Hey, this is Eric from Natural Health Renewal in Oak Park, and I'm a certified clinical nutritionist and also have a certificate in traditional Chinese medicine. And my purpose is to help as many people as I can get well and stay well through natural and holistic approaches. So today we're going to talk about dealing with digestive distress. And digestive problems are so rampant in our society. It's determined in a recent study that $136 billion are spent per year on dealing with digestive issues in the United States. And that's more than heart disease, which is $113 billion. So digestive disorders affect about 60 to 70 million people in this country. That's about 1/5 of the population, which is a lot of people who are dealing with digestive problems. The most common problems are acid reflux, constipation, irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, ulcerative colitis. A lot of people suffer from these digestive issues. It's important to know that not only do digestive problems affect the digestive system in the intestines and the stomach, but they affect the rest of the body. Because if you're not digesting your food well and getting those nutrients to your other parts of your body, those other parts are going to suffer because they're being depleted. So digestive problems have an effect on your whole body. So let's talk about the first step in the digestive process. I made a little drawing here. The food goes in through your esophagus down into the stomach, and in the stomach it gets broken down into more of a liquid form. So it's very important that the stomach starts to break down the food so it's easier for the intestines to deal with when it gets down there. And the stomach must be very acidic. So it's good to have a very acidic stomach because this acidic level will kill off any germs like parasites, bad bacteria, viruses, fungus that get in through your food into your stomach, into your digestive system. So you don't want those to pass down into your intestines. The stomach, if it's strong in its acidic nature, will kill those off, which is great. And in order to make your stomach more acidic, you can drink lemon water or apple cider vinegar with water. These are substances, they're natural remedies that you can take into your stomach. You just about 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, or squeeze a half of a lemon into an 8-ounce glass of water, and this will help to acidify your stomach. Do it on a regular basis, and it's really good for not only your stomach but other parts of your body as well. And after that, the food goes from the stomach down into the small intestine, and the small intestine is where the food is absorbed. So the broken down food is absorbed through the walls of the small intestine and go into the bloodstream into the rest of the body. So it's really important that the lining of the small intestine be nice and strong, because if the lining is weak, let's consider it like a cheesecloth lining. It's like a cheesecloth is surrounding the small intestine, and it should only let little particles of food pass through and go into the bloodstream. But if there's irritation in the small intestine and there's tears to that lining or that cheesecloth, then bigger particles of food are going to leak out into the bloodstream through the tears, and your body and your immune system will see those bigger particles floating around and say, that's way too big. That's not supposed to be like that. So it'll start to attack it like a foreign substance, and there'll be a lot of inflammation and a lot of stress in your digestive tract. So you don't want that. You want to make sure that the lining of your intestine is very, very healthy and strong. So what causes the lining to be torn of your small intestine? Unhealthy foods like sugary foods, dairy, wheat is a major contributor. A lot of people have issues with wheat products. Soda pop, all those bad foods can cause problems. Also stress, psychological stress can create stress hormones which cause irritation in the intestines. Antibiotics kill not only bad bacteria but also good bacteria. And it's important to have good bacteria in your intestines in order to make that lining very strong and sturdy. And if you kill off too much of the good bacteria, bad bacteria will take its place and cause a whole host of issues. And toxins in our environment. So things that get in through our food like parasites, fungus, bad bacteria that our stomach was not able to kill because it wasn't acidic enough, and they got down into the intestines and they caused a lot of stress in here. So I'm going to be donating this painting to the Art Institute, just to let you know. No, I'm just kidding. So let's talk about how you can help the lining of the intestines to be stronger. It's important to eat fermented foods. So fermented foods are like sauerkraut, kimchi, pickled vegetables, pickles themselves, or pickled cucumbers. Those help to feed the good bacteria in the intestines. And that's really important for keeping that lining strong. You can eat a variety of vegetables is good for the intestines. So just eating more vegetables in general really helps the good bacteria and the lining to be healthy. You can make applesauce. It's homemade applesauce where you take about 3 or 4 organic apples and you boil them in water. You just fill the water up about 1/3 of the way up on the apples, and you boil for about 4 minutes. And you'll see that the skin gets a little shiny, and that's really a good way to bring out the pectin. Pectin is a nutrient in apples, and so when you eat those, you are helping your intestinal health. Let's talk about the gut being the second brain. So your intestines and your whole digestive tract is considered the second brain. And why is that? Well, because from your mouth all the way down to your anus, the whole digestive tract, there are 100 million nerve cells along that pathway. That's almost as many as there are in your spinal cord. So the digestive nervous system, it has to be that way because it allows you to digest your food without you even thinking about it. If you had to think about the food going from your stomach to your intestines to another place and enzymes having to be released, it would be too much for you to have on your mind. So this nervous system automatically does these functions, which makes our life a lot easier. But when we have a lot of stress, it can affect that nervous system, just like it can affect your brain and your nervous system and your spinal cord. If we have a lot of psychological stress, it can affect our digestive system. I know when I've had periods of a lot of stress, I had cramping in my intestines. I didn't feel like eating most of the time. So it's important to do everything you can to reduce your stress levels and to keep them under control by getting out in nature, doing fun activities, laughing, praying, meditating. All that is very useful. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about nutrition response testing. So this board, this triangle shows that digestive problems are often caused by organ dysfunction and nutritional deficiencies. So when we become deficient in nutrients, our organs don't work as well. And the less nutrients they have, the less of a good job they do. And so it's kind of a vicious cycle. So what we want to do in order to fix digestive problems or any health condition is to find out which nutrients your body is deficient in and provide those nutrients for you so the organs can start to get stronger. And then the organs will absorb nutrients better from your food and your supplements, and everything will start to improve. That's really key. Because if these are not addressed, then this problem very oftentimes will get worse over time. So it's very important that you consider the nutrients that you're deficient in. So one way to do that is nutrition response testing. And that's the system that I use to assess the body and figure out where your weaknesses are. So nutrition response testing is it's a form of muscle testing. So I'm using your own body's intelligence by testing through applied kinesiology whether or not certain substances are weak or strong for you. I'm talking about like nutrients, whole food vitamins, herbs. So I can really determine which products are specific for your body and which ones you need to recover from your chronic health condition. And it really tests which organs and glands are weakened and under stress, and then I'm able to provide you with the right nutrition to get those organs and glands working strong again, which is really amazing. And it's designed clinical nutrition as well. So what I do is specific for your body. It's giving your body what it needs, which would be different from someone else's body, even if they have the same diagnosis as you. Because through the analysis, your body will give me feedback as to exactly what it needs. So it's very tailor-made. It's like going to get a suit or a dress made specifically for you. It's the same kind of concept. And we're focused on your overall health. So we're not just looking at strengthening one organ and neglecting the rest of the body. We're really looking at building up your whole system together. So we don't want to create a problem somewhere else while we're fixing another problem. We want to make sure that everything is working well in harmony and that your health as a whole system gets better. And then it's totally safe and natural what I do. So the supplements that I use are whole food vitamins, meaning they're the closest thing to a plant or a food-based product. And the company I use is called Standard Process. And they have an organic farm up in Wisconsin where they grow their own food that they turn into supplements. And so it's the closest thing to nature as you can get. It's very safe and the body accepts it very well. So if you're interested in finding out more about what I do and how I can help you, please give us a call or send an email and we can discuss how I can help you with digestive issues or any other health condition using nutrition and whole food vitamins with my system of muscle testing called nutrition response testing that works extremely well. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.